All right, everyone. Happy Friday. So, I'm sorry I haven't done a vlog in a while. For those of you that like to watch my vlogs, I've been really busy with school and tests, and I've also been traveling. So I wanted to go ahead and do this vlog. I did an Instagram poll for people that follow me on Instagram about what this vlog should be about, and the top result, which was only one vote off actually, was about like the failures in my life and the things that I've learned from that. So that's what this video is going to be about. It's titled It's Okay to Fail. So I hope you enjoy it, and again, like and subscribe so that you can watch more of my videos, and let me know if there's something that you learned from this or that you really enjoyed. Thanks! Also, for those of you who know me, I've done two presentations. It's called Create Your Own Success. So this is just a little bit of backstory. I decided to make this presentation because I feel like it's really important for people to know that, like, even when you make mistakes in your life or you have failures, times that you get down, like, it's okay to learn from them and like still be successful from learning from those experiences. So that's why I decided to make the Create Your Own Success presentation, and a lot of it talks about, obviously the things I've learned, especially through the process of like just applying to vet school, just what I've learned about myself, and things that have changed, and it's kind of like a lot of different things in one. I'm hoping to actually record the full presentation the next time that I do it so that people can get the full effect of my presentation. But this video, the It's Okay to Fail, it ties into a lot of the things that I talk about. But I just wanted to give a little backstory on that, so people know. They've been asking me like, well, what is it, and like, why did you do it? So I just wanted to say that. So ever since I was really little, I've always learned from my parents that it's okay to fail. The real failure is when you don't learn from it. So I've always taken like failures and experiences, and I've tried to learn from them. I've tried to take something out of everything in my life and to turn it into something. So I feel like through even like the little things in vet school or like the things just in general in my life, I've tried to take something out of them. So I wanted to be able to share that with people. So I wouldn't really even say that this is like a failure. It's definitely not a failure, but my first semester of college, I had no idea how to like do school, like to do college in general. I was one of those people in high school that I never had to study. I would go to class, I would just go home and like do my homework, and then I would take the test like the week later or whatever, and I would do fine. I graduated with honors, so it was no big deal. But as soon as I got to SEMO, which is where I did my undergrad, it was like an eye-opening experience. I was getting terrible grades. I didn't know how to study. I didn't know how to keep like time management. So I really had to teach myself how to do school and how to study and how to time manage. So I did, because I knew that if I didn't get my grades up that I was not going to get into vet school. So I got a tutor, and that really helped me just improve my grades and just my confidence in myself. So I did that, and that was something that I was really proud of. I set a goal for myself and I reached it, and I also feel like that's a big thing of getting back up from like our failures or things that have happened, is to set a goal, and like after it happens, just like be like, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to get out of it. So I was really proud of myself for doing that. About vet school, again, everything in my life kind of revolves around vet school. So I decided to apply to vet school a year in advance, and just to see like what would happen, and like just as an experience, like to be able to do the interview and to see what it was like. And I told myself, like, it's okay if you don't get in, like just use it as a learning experience, like blah blah blah. Well, I didn't get in, and I took it so much harder than I thought that I would. And because it was almost like they were just telling me that I wasn't good enough, that I couldn't get into vet school, and to an extent they weren't telling me that, but that's how I took it. and that everything that I had worked for was just like not even worth it, and it got me really down. But I used that to my advantage. I used that feeling to my advantage. I never wanted to feel like that again. And I had been doing a lot better at this point in college with my grades, but they still weren't like, where they should be for vet school. They were definitely getting better, and I was definitely doing a lot better with school, but those first few semesters killed my GPA. And so that, again, that feeling of not being accepted is like what drove me, and I used that to my advantage. So the next 3 semesters that I had, I just worked my butt off, and I did everything that I could. I worked for every single point in every single class that I could, and I ended up getting 4.0s the next 3 semesters, and getting the GPA that I ultimately wanted to get into vet school. So it's one of those things where you really just have to, even in any time that you fail or you don't get something, or you have that feeling of like, wow, that's a crappy feeling. Like, use that to your advantage. Never want to feel like that again, and learn from those little mistakes, or even the big mistakes. Like, what should you have done differently? What can you do differently? You're gonna fail in your life. Like, there's no doubt about it. There's gonna be failures. There's gonna be people who won't believe in you or tell you that you can't do something, but you can't let the people like that or those feelings get to you. After not getting in the first time, I went to a veterinarian that I had shadowed a few times, and was just kind of talking to him about like why I didn't get in and things like that. And there was another veterinarian there, and she came up to me, and she pretty much told me, or asked me, if there was a different field besides being a veterinarian that I wanted to go into. And the way she worded it, she didn't say this exactly, but she did say something along the lines of something that paid a little bit better and that was not so hard to get into. And that like really upset me, because her being a veterinarian saying that to me was like, why wouldn't you just believe in me? But once again, my point is that there's people that aren't going to that they're not going to believe in you. Wow, I can't talk. But you can't listen to those people. Those people telling you no can't be louder than the voice of yes in your own head. You just kind of have to brush off the people like that. And yeah, they're going to hurt you, and it's going to hurt, and you're just going to have to try your best to get over that, because once again, like, there's always going to be people that won't believe in you. Sorry, my cat is playing with a cat toy, so if you hear him and his little ball that is rolling around, I'm sorry. But my next thing I want to talk about is something that was really hard for me to talk about in the first place. So about a year ago, about February of 2018, I started having an eating disorder, and I never pictured myself as someone that would have an eating disorder, but there really is no like picture. I don't know. It was kind of strange. It kind of came out of nowhere, and I didn't really understand why or how. It just did. I was binge eating, and then I was getting sick, and I kept it to myself for a really long time because I was scared to talk to someone, just because I didn't even know why I was doing it myself. So I didn't even know if I could explain it to anyone and kind of tell them how I was feeling, because I didn't even know myself. And it wasn't, I can't really even explain it. I ended up telling one of my friends at the time about it, and she was like, it's okay, but like you can get over this. But to me, that didn't really help me. And I also don't think I was completely honest with myself and how it wasn't bad, but I don't think I was completely honest. So when telling her that, it just didn't help me. I couldn't just get over it. So I I continued another probably 4 or 5 months. Over the summer, it seemed to subside. When I was with people, it didn't seem as bad. I kind of like forgot about it. It was one of those things I just like pushed out of my head as much as I could when I was like not when I was with other people. I didn't really think about it. But when I was by myself is when it was the worst. So I went a couple months, and I ended up in about October of 2018, I ended up opening up to someone about it, and I just laid it all on the line. I just talked about it because at this point I was ready to go talk to like a counselor or someone else, because it was just getting to the point where it was just like I was like crying after, I would get sick, or just like I was really upset and I didn't know how else to deal with it. I kind of like, I don't really know much about eating disorders, like to be totally honest. I was scared to look it up. So I kind of thought it might just like go away. So I was ready to talk to someone about it and to get some things figured out. So I was like, well, I'll talk to one of my friends. So I did, and I just opened up, and I just told her everything. And she looked at me and she was like, you know what? It's okay. I know exactly what you're talking about, and this has happened to me too before. And she kind of told me her story, and that is what helped me. Now, if I still felt like I needed to go talk to someone, I was ready. I was ready to do that. But just knowing that I'm not alone in this, and that like it's okay to not be like perfect in every way, that is what helped me. So, my reason for saying this is that, it's okay to feel, scared and alone and not even know why certain things are going on in your life. Just remember that it's okay to talk to people and maybe find that one person that you trust and have them help you. Like, you shouldn't go through certain things like this alone. And luckily, with the support of my family, now I actually didn't really even tell any of them until, this past month, but it was just one of those things that I felt so much better just getting it out, and that's what helped me, like just talking about it, and telling the whole story from start to end, and someone being like, I've dealt with this too, that's what helped me. Now again, for everyone it's going to be different, and I'm not saying that, you need to go talk to a counselor, you need to do this, you need to do that. Everyone's cases are different. And like I said, I really don't know much about eating disorders. I'm interested in learning more, and I've been learning more. But luckily, since I've in myself found a way to get over it, I'm proud of myself for that. So this is just my encouragement to other people that may be dealing with eating disorders or, mental illness, to just know that it's okay to talk about it. And don't feel like you're alone in this, because you can't pour from an empty cup. You can't be successful and be happy if your body is just drained. So just remember that, and I hope this video or this story can help someone. I don't even like saying failure. Like, it is failure. Certain things are failures, but they're learning experiences. They're life lessons. They're things that we can take away and in our future talk about them, or teach others about things. So just realize that failures, my cat's joining the video. Failures are okay. It's okay to have setbacks. It's okay to have moments in your life when you feel vulnerable, or, you feel alone, or you just want to go cry. It's okay. Just take that time and, try and do the most that you can to learn from every experience that you have in your life, and to take something away from it and to use it to help others. That's why I made this video and my presentation, because we may hear certain things in our lives about being successful and being happy and, picking yourself back up after like something failure or traumatic happens. But sometimes hearing it in a certain way from a certain person, phrased a certain way, can be the world of difference. So I say in the beginning of my presentation that a lot of the things I talk about are probably things you've heard before, but that's why bless you, Tino. That's why I do this presentation because it's nice to hear empowering things many times, because we as humans and as people can do so many amazing things, and I want to empower people to realize that and that potential within themselves. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you have anything to add or you would like to say anything, please just let me know. And again, I hope you have a wonderful Friday. I think I only have one blooper. I'm getting better at these videos. So thanks everyone. And yes, I am wearing my Schrute Farms bed and breakfast. I got it on Amazon. So bye. Have a good weekend. So again, I just want to reiterate, and I don't even like that, sorry, I just got a text message on my computer. Next, I would say, that's not what I wanted to say. Lastly, I've been trying to think of cute ways to end my videos, and I thought there's no other better way than to show you my cats, because I'm obsessed with them. So from now on, the videos are going to end with my cute babies. Django, this is Django. This is his favorite box to sleep in. He has torn it up, so luckily my mom went to the post office and got him a new one so that he has a fresh, nice box to sleep in. So this is Django, and this is Tino. And they are the best cats in the world, and I just wanted to show them off.